breaking news.
Yes, breaking news right now. You're looking live at the White House, where in the last 45 minutes, President Trump said he would sign off on stimulus checks despite halting negotiations on a relief bill earlier today. President Trump tweeted, quote, "If I'm sent a standalone bill for stimulus checks, they'll go out to our great people immediately." This tweet was part of a flurry of activity from the president on Twitter tonight.
And this comes hours after the president told lawmakers that he was halting negotiations on a new stimulus bill, and the stock market fell immediately after that announcement. The president said House Speaker Nancy Pelosi wasn't negotiating in good faith, and so a new relief bill won't happen until after the election.
At least it's not clear if lawmakers could come to an agreement on stimulus checks alone without the additional help for small businesses that's been proposed. Our reporter Amy Hudak shows us the impact the stall talks in Washington are having right here at home.
This affects every single Pennsylvanian, either directly through stimulus checks that could go towards paying for bills, or indirectly as your favorite local businesses fight to survive and stay open.
All right, here you go. Thank you. Have a good one.
It's the busy dinner rush at Cilantro and Ajo. Employees juggle packaging up takeout orders and answering phone calls for new orders. Owner Marlon Parra relied on the federal payment protection plan to bring back 50% of the employees she was forced to lay off early on in the pandemic. But that funding expired about a month ago. Now, with President Trump ending stimulus package negotiations until after Election Day, holding up personal stimulus checks and federal aid being issued to small businesses, Parra says she feels left in the dark.
What is happening? You don't know where you're going or what's next, what's going to happen tomorrow.
She says what pains her the most is that she's responsible for the paychecks of her employees and doesn't know what comes next for them or neighboring businesses struggling to keep open signs hung on their doors.
They're working and they're feeding their families. It's heartbreaking, definitely, because most of these places are like a family business.
And the American people, they're struggling.
Chris Hoskins has relied on unemployment checks and relief payments to pay his bills and get through this pandemic.
American people need help, and that's all there is to it. We don't need another Supreme Court judge yet. We need help financially.
He says without relief, Pennsylvanians are forced to make impossible choices, ones he's personally had to make: pay utility bills, rent, or car insurance, or get groceries for the family.
That's what the stimulus money should be going towards, keeping a roof over people's heads. If they have a car, keep the car going, food on the table. I think the government is playing with our lives. I'm not seeing any compassion.
This doesn't mean that a stimulus package will be passed right after Election Day. Democrats and Republicans in Congress still need to get together and hash out all of the details before they're able to pass anything. So we're looking at least a month, possibly even longer, while families and businesses wait for much needed relief. David, Lisa.